everybody, and welcome to this week's video, which is dedicated to the situation in Turkey and Syria. You will have seen the news and know about the terrible earthquakes and the humanitarian disaster that has come about in the aftermath. And we at ISL want to see what we can do to support the communities there. We have in our own community both a Syrian teacher, she's an Arabic teacher, and also a Turkish teacher who's with me today. This is Dilek. Dilek is our Turkish mother tongue teacher, but she's also very well known in Turkey because she does a lot of work with specific charities. She's very well known for her work in education, so much so that she's actually been invited to United Nations to address the General Assembly, and that is going to be happening very soon on International Women's Day. And when she does address the General Assembly, she's going to talk about some of the work she does, but also talk about some of the problems that Turkey is now facing following the earthquakes, and about how her charity and the work she's been doing can help support that. And of course, we as a school, having such a great connection, really want to see how we can come together and support Dilek in her work over there. So without further ado, I'm going to pass to Dilek, who's going to tell us about her work and also what she's going to be doing at the UN. So Dilek.
Thank you very much, Richard. Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you for the opportunity to reach out. As a Turkish mother tongue teacher in ISL, I'm proud to be here. My position honors me. I developed an individualized mother tongue program for Turkish children living in Europe, and teaching Turkish at ISL for the last 4 years has been great. And before ISL, I worked as a teacher for 16 years in the villages in Turkey. I have completed many social, cultural and economic projects, and I became the first Turkish teacher to be selected among the best 50 teachers in the world by Worky Gems Foundation, and I became Global Teacher Education Ambassador as well. I have been participating in the donation activities of Bridge to Turkey Fund voluntarily for the last 5 years. I have attended hundreds of events as a speaker, especially to support the education of girls and rural areas. I was invited as an official speaker to the United Nations in New York on March 8th, International Women's Day. It's very exciting for me, and they wanted to hear about my story, Richard. And I will be there as the face of civil society in Turkey, and UN has recognized BTF as an important charity. I will make an important call for help at the UN, where the flags of 193 countries flying. And the reason I'm making this video is to draw attention to the earthquake in Turkey and to create a partnership between ISL and the Bridge to Turkey Fund. Humanity has experienced the worst disaster of the last 100 years. 10 cities in Turkey are destroyed, and more than 50,000 people have lost their lives, and this number is increasing day by day. More than 13 million people were affected and left homeless. It's very bad. And the tragedy there is much worse, much sadder than you can imagine. And people are still in shock, and they are also in fear, and they are living on the streets still. And schools and hospitals are destroyed and out of service. And people over there need help, emergency, shelter, food, clean water, medical supplies are urgently needed. To deal with this tragedy, children need to continue their education because education cannot wait. We are teacher, we feel this situation. They will also need educational material and container classroom. As ISL, we can do something. Of course, everyone helped as they wanted. As the ISL community, I want to do something useful for children need, and I want to see where our donations go. We need to see our donations go in the right direction. I am in contact with many teachers in the earthquakes area, and an earthquake happens suddenly, but its effects on people last for a long time. I also care a lot about the mental health of children. It's very important, and there is so much to do. Please do not hold back your support. I became a leader in many social responsibility projects in Turkey. But this time the situation is really bad, very serious. We will cooperate and with our Syrian teacher Lina, and we are planning some events at ISL to raise money to help those most in need after the earthquake. And ISL is a large community, and together we can make a difference to people affected by the earthquakes. Big or small, your donations can make a huge difference. Let's touch people's life together. We will be publicizing events to raise money soon, and the ISL community is an international community, you said, and ISL is sensitive to any disaster around the world. You can make your donations using the link below. It will be greatly appreciated. Thank you for your support. I will be indebted to all those who can help.
So just so that you all understand that we are going to start a long-term project, and really there's going to be more details about that coming after March the 8th, when after which Dilek will be returning for the United Nations, where she's making that appeal. So this video today is just to say to everyone to look out. There's information coming about exactly how those donations can be made and how we are going to be working in the long term to support specific educational projects. In the meantime, just be also ready for the fact that Dilek will be speaking on behalf of civil society in Turkey, she said, to the United Nations on the 8th of March, and we will be looking out for that too. Thank you, everybody.